Hello everyone, it's Just a Dad. Today we're going to do the first look on the brand new Dreame L60 Ultra FE. They just came out with 4 new models. I have all 4. There's the Ultra, the Pro Ultra. That's the most expensive of this lineup. This is the cheapest of the lineup, but it's packed with features. I was actually surprised. So this robot vacuum cleaner will mop and vacuum up your home at the same time. It comes standard with the tri-cut brush installed. That works really good for long hair. The side brush extends into the corner. The mop pad extends up against the wall. It can raise the mop pads. It has a carpet sensor here. It can't leave them back at the base station, but we've got the new style of base station. These are heating elements that actually heat the water up to a really 212 degrees, which I do think helps clean these better. So, and the water is squirted out at an angle right here. So as the robot is turning the mop pads, the base station is going to squirt hot water on and be heated up to get them extra clean. Now again, this is what I would consider the lower tier of the 4, but boy, is it packed with features. We don't get any stair climbing, or threshold climbing. These are just standard wheels. It can do a very, very small threshold, not very much at all. There's no camera. That's just an optical avoidance sensor. It does come with LiDAR navigation. It's fixed. Physical buttons up here. Around back, it does fill the robot up with water right here. This is the dustbin. This looks like pretty much like a L40 dustbin with the same filter. So kind of a proven design that works very well. It's going to auto empty through that port there. You're going to change out this dust bag every couple months. This is all standard. This looks standard. Solution tank, single solution tank. And the clean water tank and the dirty water tank are pretty standard. We're not seeing too much different from Dreame's other models. Here's the biggest things that I'm noticing. Those heating elements I love. The Mova P10 Pro Gen 2 has them, and I think it does a great job. We're starting to see downward pressure by the mop pads. This is the lowest of the 4. It pushes the mop pads down 10 newtons. The more expensive one goes all the way up to like 15 or something. And they've really increased the suction power to 30,000 pascals of suction. So other than those things, it's pretty standard. You're going to get the Dreame app. You get very little in the box, a sample bottle of solution, 1 dust bag. Again, here is the comparison. There's 4 models. I've got all 4. I'll be doing a big comparison video. Mainly the cheaper one's going to come with the tri-cut brush. There's no side brush lifting, 10 newtons of downward pressure up instead of 15, and no mop removal and no camera. So here are the specs that I think are important. You can find my spec sheet on justadadapproved.com. It's $1,000 retail. That do not pay. This is not a $1,000 robot. Now, it is on sale for $750. That's not too bad, but I expect that to go down. 30,000 pascals of suction. Mop pads have side reach and lift, 10 millimeter lift, and 10 newtons of downward pressure. Corner reach, tri-cut brush comes standard. That's usually a $50 upgrade. Water tank, no video camera, no chassis lift, threshold 0.78 inches. Key features, it's no camera, entry level, essential, no Pro Leap wheels, 212 degree water temperature. They've made that standard across all the L60, which that is important. They don't tell us how hot the air gets. No dirt detect sensor, it says it doesn't have a solution tank, but it does. So in the specs, that's wrong. Tray removal, no, but it does have a self-cleaning tray. Now, if you want to see the complete how to connect this to your phone, check out the L60 PE. I did the full complete setup on that, or like an X50. This really reminds me of an L50, but with just some upgrades. So let's go see how it cleans in the world famous Just a Dad corner cleaning studio over there, the testing area. I'll go through the app and see if there's anything that's out of the ordinary. And you can find all the robots that I highly recommend at justadadapproved.com. Right now, I've got the PE, the Ultra. That's the Edge 2. That's brand new. Eufy S2. And over here, the Curivo S Pro. I do purchase these robot vacuum cleaners with my own money, and I am not sponsored. This is home of the honest review, but I do use links. So if you purchase a product off of my website or in this video description, I am an Amazon affiliate. If you click on the link, the product's not going to cost you anymore, but I do earn a small commission from the sale. This looks to be an excellent robot vacuum cleaner. It's going to be about price. With these amount of features, it needs to be around $600-700. So let's see how the Dreame L60 Ultra FE cleans up this big mess. Did an excellent job. After it does the perimeter of the room, then it's going to go back and forth in the nice straight lines. You can have it clean in the direction of your flooring. It's got an onboard water tank. It is spraying water on top of those mop pads. You can control how much water it sprays on top of them. It's doing a good job. Wow, did a really good job. Okay, it's going to do the second pass. That corner is almost perfectly clean. Does a great job up against the wall. This corner is almost perfectly clean. We get the Dreame app. We can see right where it's cleaning and right where it's at. We don't get any timeline or anything, but here's what I've got it on. Max suction 23. There, it's going to do one last corner sweep. Yeah. Nice. Excellent job. This is the one to watch out for, because I think it's going to, if it goes on sale, it's going to be a one to get, I think. It's loaded with features. Now, it's not got everything, but it's got, I think, almost just enough to be an excellent robot. I got more testing to do on it, but this is preliminary results. I think this is going to be the sleeper, if they can lower the price low enough. I'm out of gloves, so I got to use this. There's no dirt detect sensor in the base. I wish it had that, but a little bit of dirt, not too bad though. I'm pretty impressed with it. They're also lowering the sound. They're increasing the suction power. That's on maximum suction, and boy, the older ones, you can barely talk when they're on maximum suction. So we're getting incremental improvements that are pretty amazing. And again, this is a premium feature, these heating, ooh, they're hot. Those get really hot. That helps clean those mop pads so they're ready to go for next time. It's all done. There's the cleaning pattern. That's a very tight cleaning pattern. It does have the AI, I mean, the Clean Genius if I wanted to use it, but nothing stands out in the settings. Floor cleaning, just floor direction, carpet settings, pretty standard. You can do clean carpets first, carpet boost, mop lift. It doesn't leave the mop pads back. So nothing earth-shattering in the settings, but just enough. I would have loved to seen auto empty. I did turn that to high. I would love to see like auto empty increase the suction power, but there's nothing. I think it comes Matter support. No, I don't see Matter on this one.
Charging. Start auto empty.
Sounds like a pretty strong auto empty. I'll do more testing on it, but it's got an older style for washing the mop pads. You'll hear it kind of like sometimes if the mop pads are dry. No, that does have the newer style. I'm sorry. It does have that newer style. I heard that kind of dry sound when it first started, but now that's the newer style. See, When they came out with these L60s, I was expecting this one to be like the CE, which is absolute garbage. The L40 CE is junk. It's just, they just stripped too much out of it. It's almost like the D30, which is awful. So I was expecting that out of this. This is, even though that's the fourth or the in the lineup of the L60s, it's loaded with features. The base station cleaning is just like the L60 Pro Ultra. So what I was hearing is sometimes the robot wheels turn on, forcing it back into the dock when it's filling the robot with water, I think. So sometimes you'll hear the wheels kind of crunk, crunk. I've seen that a few times, mainly when they auto. There it is. Hear it? It's the wheels. I just felt it. It's the wheels. I've seen that on auto empty. Sometimes the robot will push itself back, make sure it's nice and snug when it's auto emptying the dustbin. So I'll keep my eye on that. That was a little more than normal, but maybe this is how it should be. But I have seen that. Not to that extent, though. That's what I was hearing earlier, where the wheels kind of reversing in place. Okay, so the mop, it's not super loud drying the mop at. I don't anticipate too many problems from that. That's a proven design. The dustbin, the auto empty, all of that is kind of proven on other robots that do very well. So look for that. I will be taking that to my home, living with it, but I anticipate it'll be doing really good. Check out my website, justadadapproved.com, where you can see all the robots that I highly approve of. This is getting so competitive, it's going to come down to price. You know, they're wanting $1,000 for that right now. That's not a $1,000 robot. It's on sale for $750. That's not super bad. You can still get the Mova V50 right now under 700 bucks with a bunch of accessories. It's just hard to beat that Mova V50. For me, it comes down to, if it's a great robot and it gets cheaper, it's always going to outshine others. But we're starting to see new robots with some nicer features, a little bit quieter vacuuming. I do like those heating pads. I think that's the future. I think they're realizing that does clean the mop pads. We're also starting to see downward pressure from mop pads. I do think that helps. These things compete with mop rollers. Mop rollers are not there yet. We got some decent ones. We've got a lot of Gen 1s that are not very good. These do an excellent job of cleaning my home. I would love to see that one. Man, if that thing went down to $650, that would be a really good buy. Man, Dreame and Roborock, it's coming down to the battle of these two. Dreame and Roborock, their robots are excellent, but they've got robots for all the different price ranges, and then it's just going to come down to price between these two, because I can't really, they're just two great robot brands. And Mova is good too. They're just owned by Dreame, so I consider Mova and Dreame the same, even though they try to say they're a different company. I Googled it, and it looks like they're just a sister company of Dreame, but they act different. But a lot of the parts are the same. Let me know what robots you'd like me to review. Check out my website, justadadapproved.com. Can't wait. That's an amazing website. I can't wait. There's going to be such advanced features on there for you, the consumer, buying products. Once you buy a robot, it's going to have all the articles, how-to on how to maintain these robots and keep them running for years. I've got robots running in my basement right now that have like 3-4 years of use on them, and they're doing great. Not all, but I'll update you on which ones are doing really good. So again, thanks everybody for watching. If you found this video helpful, hit the like and subscribe button. Also check out where you can find all my approved products on my website, justadadapproved.com. You'll see a little link to it here at the end of the video. If you click on that, that's going to take you right to my website.